Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Hines. And he's just going to be short here. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Urican. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week. Another one here. Remember, he's not a DB. He's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same. Right, the coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They begin the drive with Hines. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. first and 10. It's Ryan. Steps away. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Ryan. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Ryan. And now another one thrown in.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicer.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. A little juke, and he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they'll Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Ryan on first down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
And the tackle going to be made at the 30.
This hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Lawrence. Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Play action. Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Martin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Use an abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by R2sbColts. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
ETN up the middle.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 34 yards there.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end.
Ryan will throw again. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught by Alley Cox. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 1st down, Ryan. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Here's Ryan.
Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Solid return. Pretty good field position. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the 39, Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They go play action now. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Lawrence will throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Only 4 sacks for Kwity Paye as a rookie, but Indianapolis knew he'd need some time to adjust to the league. In his second season, they believe he's capable of double-digit sacks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Complete to Jones. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 44, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. That is caught, Michael Pittman with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. This to Hines on the drop-off. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Again, Ryan dancing to his left. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They go play action with Ryan. Forced out to his left. And that would get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Up the middle, here's Taylor. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. They'll run for it with Hines. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. The throw over the middle, taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by R2sbColts. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Rodgers on the return. Ooh, with a juke.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000s.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. So this will be a win